Alrighty, folks. Mic check. Good. Video works. Okay. We're gonna talk about the decks first. Um, Playing Sami, the Wildcat Captain. I call it. They like it hard. There's a reason, and it's purely because of the flavor text on the commander, and that's the hard way it is. And I was inspired, and I can't not twist something into some kind of adult innuendo. It's just too fun. Maybe that's a total dude thing, but I just can't help myself. Uh, so why Sammy? Well, it's basically a mycosynth golem from the command zone, only you get access to 2 additional colors. It's on a pretty good body. It's got some sick keywords of double strike and vigilance, so you get to whack people as well without any kind of repercussion and have a blocker. It's really annoying. The big part, though, is the affinity for artifacts. So, you could build. It's hard to build Sammy wrong. You could build it multiple ways. You build Storm, eggs, big dumb creatures. I kind of went with the big dumb creature avenue. I just, especially on a budget, it's hard to play things at around $100 and not bust the bank. So, big dumb creatures. It was on the budget version of the list. So we got things like Blazing Archon, things can't attack us. Rose makes junk tokens. The other thing we care about is stuff that makes artifact tokens. That way we could reduce our stuff to hopefully 0 or really, really cheap and string a lot of big, scary spells. The idea is once your spells cost 7 or more, they win on their own, and then you don't have to invest any mana into it. That's the whole idea. Rose does that quite nicely. It facilitates the cost reduction by whenever we attack an opponent, you make a junk token. And it's nice because we get to sack the junk tokens to impulse and look for more big scary stuff. Herald Eternal Dawn, can't lose the game, opponents can't win the game. Gisela doubles our damage output, halves the damage dealt to us. Hellkite Tyrant, we have a lot of artifacts or things that make artifact tokens. When it hits people, we steal their artifacts. It's a win condition, so if we have 20 more artifacts on upkeep, we win. Boss first, Hellkite. Creatures attacking our opponents have double strike, so this affects our opponents attacking each other as well. It's kind of a fun little double strike beater. Sherlock Arbiter, it forces our opponents to choose spells or attacking. Again, Academy of Manufacture is great in this list because we don't care about the token being made. We just want a lot of artifact tokens, so we want them now. Clive Ifrit's dominant. I wanted some big, sweet card advantage spells, and I wanted them to be cheap. Clive fits that build quite nicely, because in the ideal world, we get 4 artifacts, and this only costs us 2 to play. Sarah's Emissary, it's a really great budget card. We choose a card type, we have protection from that card type, so most of the time you choose creatures, because then it makes our stuff unblockable. It also makes it so we can't be damaged by creatures, so it's a very brutal bomb. Can't lose, our opponents can't win effect again. We have a lot of fun instants and sorceries. I guess it's hard. Tinkering's nice because it also helps with our artifact count and it lets us see 3 cards. Perfect for what Sammy wants. This is kind of like the stormy part because like Sammy reduces the cost of everything based on the artifacts in place, so these are significantly effective. Some just quality of life stuff. Pirate's Pillage is nice. We make treasure tokens, draw 2 cards. Jaya's Immolating Inferno, this is a win condition. If we have a legendary creature or planeswalker, we could sink X into this. The artifact count with Sammy in play will actually reduce the cost. So, say we have 20 artifacts and we sink we say X is 20, we only have to pay 2 red, and X counts for 20. And we only invest 2 red. It's a win condition. Approach the second sun, another win condition. We have a lot of card advantage effects, so we cast approach, we start dumping our card advantage, and ideally we cast approach in the same turn and win right there on the spot. Bunch of nice wheel effects. Crackle of Power, another win condition. Again, on the stack, we could say X is whatever artifacts. We shoot things up to triple the damage, or 5 times the damage we invested. Insurrection, another bomb. We steal all the creatures in play and we swing out. Hopefully we kill everybody. Unexpected Windfall. Makes treasures, draws us cards. Pridewind, Steel Flagship. We have a lot of artifacts, so I feel like we could take advantage of this. It's not the best, not the worst. I kind of want to try it. When they decided to make vehicles, legendary vehicles, also commander playable, I wanted to scratch that itch. So it's not in the command zone, but seems fun to play nonetheless. Horde Hauler, I've been preaching about this in my last game. It just makes so many artifact tokens. It's really easy to turn on. Our commander's 4 power, so we can crew with just that. Winning with commander damage is pretty realistic, especially if you have double strike already printed on the card, so I wanted to take advantage of that. Now we give our guy trample and lifelink. Stuff to protect our commander, make sure we don't lose it. Our deck's pretty commander reliant. Cloak and Dagger's fun. Our commander's a rogue, so it auto attaches every time she enters. Ooh, weapons manufacturing. This thing is an all-star. I kind of got my feet wet playing Sami today. Played with my friends, and I made the experience pretty brutal for them. I had 1 land, and I managed to win the game on turn 6. All thanks to partially because of this enchantment. Whenever non-token artifact comes in, we make it an artifact token. We don't care what the artifact is. We just want a token artifact, and we don't want to invest a lot of mana into it. And this checks that box quite nicely. Same with monologue tax. Someone casts their second spell, we get a token. And that's the budget version. Let's look at our non-budget version. Let's talk about the things that are expensive that we couldn't fit in the budget version. Particularly the synergistic parts. Oh. No. We all know what the tutors do. Oh, swords. Because our commander has double strike, we get double the damage triggers. So the swords are great to pair up with this commander. They're also great because they protect our commander. It gives them protection from 2 colors. Reaver Cleaver. Whenever our commander hits, we make treasure tokens equal to damage. So it helps us with our artifact count. It makes our commander evasive. It does everything we want. A win condition we have is we lock our opponents out with Karn, and we have the artifact that turns everything into artifacts. Megasynth Lattice. So on its own, Megasynth Lattice is very useful. Combine it with Karn, and now our opponents can't play the game. It's a classic combo. I don't think I've played it in a while, so it got that itch. Memory Jar. I like this card because it's an artifact. It helps our count, but it's colorless. So most of the time we play this and it costs us 0. We will empty our hand really quickly with Sami. We need a way to refill it, and Memory Jar gets the job done. What's nice is if our opponents are tapped out, they don't get to use those cards. Only we will. So it's one of the better um, universal like draw 7 cards because we could use it better than everybody else. Ancient Copper Dragon makes a bunch of artifact tokens. Fits nicely in here. More bombs like Ugin Eye of the Storms. We are going to try and dump all the artifacts on our list into play with the -11. It also is a removal effect. We start killing people's stuff off with it. Seascape Leveler, just single target removal on attack and ETB. Old Eugene, still good, man. Does a lot of work. Portal, make people sack 3, and then on upkeep we get to animate something under our side of the field. Summon Bahamut. Because our cost reduction is so kick ass, we can reasonably get to chapter 4 in this thing and probably kill everybody at the table once their stuff is nothing to 2 mana to play. Some sick Annihilator creatures. I only have 3 Eldrazi in here. It's not 2. Oh, actually, I have 4. I got Emrakul. Actually, this is my favorite version of Emrakul, and it's surprisingly legal to play, and it's only $6 to play. You steal everybody's stuff, and the moment this gets blown up, all the creatures you steal get sacked. So it's a bad experience for your opponents. All right, let's play the deck. That was pretty quick and easy. I guess when you're just playing big dumb stuff, it's really easy to talk about. Ooh, problem with Magic Online. Okay. Hopefully we get to play tonight. So I'll have to delay the stream, I guess. Not the end of the world. It's more of like a, I guess, disappointment for those of you who wanted to watch. Okay. It's looking like it's going to work. Bracket 3, we will join this one. We're up against Kirkesh. This is a combo list. Sulfim is a slug list. Queza is a slug list. This game might be fast. I might be dead before we get to do anything fun. It's a good hand. Get a Soul Ring start. Don't get these very often. With this start, we might be able to keep up with these shenanigans. Hmm. It's kind of risky. I don't normally recommend leading off with colorless lands if you can help it, because it limits your options for what you can cast in the future. Like if he draws into a double color spell, it delays him from casting them. And I don't think he's going to go above 7 cards anytime soon, but you never know. Well, so much for the Soul Ring start. That's happened to me twice in the last few days, actually. Well, I was going to play Monologue Tax, but I guess we'll settle for Archivist of Ogma instead. At least I'll get one card draw from this guy. What's happening? You okay, honey? What's wrong? It's out of battery. Okay. We can't have that. It's out of light? Okay. Let me help you with that. Oh, I got distracted and didn't cast my priest on his turn. Oh well. Dragon's Approach. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a really fast game. Oh, okay. Just all the man in the world. Crazy. I thought the center tapped. Guess not. What was the one I'm thinking of that enters tap that adds a crazy amount in monocolored? Blood Moon? Hmm. I wasn't expecting to have to deal with Blood Moon in bracket 3, but here we are. It's all right. Really missing out on white. Hopefully we could figure that out down the road. It's just a little annoying. Guys not honoring the lobby request. I don't think this does damage to me anymore, so yeah. Okay. So you pile in the artifacts for now. Maybe get a sweet cast of this, and I can blow up the Blood Moon. Of the people here, I'm the only one who cares about it. Maybe this guy does. The approaches do 6 damage now. Oh, for some reason, I thought this was the artifact that tutors for a land. It's pretty good when you have a ton of red mana at your disposal. Just does nothing. Okay. It's trying real hard not to give me any treasure tokens over there. I'm in this position where I can't cast Sami and equip him, and it gives everybody a chance to mess me up, so maybe we don't do that. Maybe we just play more artifacts instead. Yeah, there we go. Guarantee your next land drop. And then I have Archivist up for drawing cards too. It's not a bad position. Hmm. I wonder how the Slugless feels about the Quiza player, because they can delay their death with the life gain. Maybe he'd be more interested in hurting this guy than him. I think this mono red player is doing the guy in the middle some favors. Whoa. Yeah. That paints a nice target on your back too. Doubles his card draw, doubles his life gain. Pretty much everything you want with a commander like that. Yeah, that's quite the accelerant. Man, I was going to use this Bahamut to destroy the Blood Moon, but that's probably target number one. Or this. I just have a feeling that we're going to take a beating here real soon. Lava spiking. I wasn't expecting him to be playing stuff like this. I was expecting just a shitload of those. One at the right player. Hit me for one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this should be directed over here a little bit. Is this Chaos Warp? Feels like Chaos Warp. No, it's just drawing cards. I think it's crazy that we're on turn 5 and nobody's tutored yet. And only one person has played 2 spells. Just good old fashioned fair magic going on. This is the only guy who's done multiple anything. Jaspiel will be nice. Get our life total in a somewhat safe total. For being in mono red, he is doing pretty well for himself in the card advantage game. He's got a full grip. Seen a full set of 7 over the rest of us. Speed my artifact count. Ooh, Mind's Eye is pretty sick. I could cast that from the top of my library. Ooh, if we get enough artifacts, we could string enough. Hell yeah, memory jar. Got ourselves another white source. We're dumping our deck here. And now we look pretty scary. Is this free now? Yes, it is. I should have probably put the hexproof on Sami before I did this. Just in case this guy in the middle draws a Chaos Orb. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Forgot the Quiza. Yes. Draw a card. See if we get another artifact on top. I kind of want to leave the rest. Say no for the. I want my colored mana in case I find something. So one big turn here. Look up the swords now. This expert's a little more important right now. Red is the magic color. So either of these swords are good. I guess red's blues because this guy's blue is better for now. It's a little more protection. Leave it at that. I'm gonna get this Shadow Spear on. Get some life back. Ooh, I could equip the sword too, and that's lethal commander damage. You could block it, but these two so far can't. Both of them hurt. Probably will kill the Quiza player first, though, because they have a full grip of cards versus the guy in the middle has fewer. I have a better chance of beating him than I do the guy on the left. if I make it to that turn, I might just be burned out by non-combat damage this revolution. Yeah, 6 cards. I was empty-handed, so it's actually kind of good for us. But we want our life total to stay nice and healthy because now this guy gets a fresh 6, and he could hurt us pretty bad. I drew my lightning greaves. What's crazy is that was second from the top. So if I was able to see one more card, I could have got to my lightning greaves and punch someone to gain some life back. Classic. I didn't know a bunch of times. Fortunately, it's a May, and that's why I have to answer this question 18 times. I don't know why it even bothers when you don't have the mana to pay for it. Now the red player now he has a full grip of cards. He might be back on the menu of killing. Good baby. Stick your finger in the door. Sweet. Oh, okay. Kit stuck her finger in the doorway as I was closing the door. She she wanted her mom, and she tends to just like do things impulsively, unfortunately. And her instinct was to stick her hand in the doorway when I was closing it. I feel bad. We might die here. Fire mage could cast it, but kills Bahamut. All right, I had my fun. I think the bigger concern was I get to survive. I will accept that. I'm gonna be close. I'll be down to 5 life now. Yeah, I'm not sure what's the bigger threat right here. Both of these guys are playing slug. I mean, I could gain 22 life back. It's not the end of the world. And kill one of the guys that are beating me to death. I guess this guy's damage output is just strictly higher than this guy's at the moment. That's probably my decision process there in terms of who needs to go. I'd rather kill the guy that's 3 or more colors. He's got a wider variety of things. Yeah, we'll draw a card. Trying to look for big scary stuff. He's not a like big burn spell. Like an earthquake. We don't need an earthquake. Maybe I do kill this guy on the left because swords. He could still block me with white creatures if he gets one. Versus I have 2 protection from red sources. Definitely gonna blow that thing up before you cash that in. After this, that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable actually. I think now I'm gonna kill this guy. I can path exile this thing and make him work for his damage. What would suck though is if I'm denied the damage and gaining my life back. That would be a real pisser. Because he could do that. He could surrender at instant speed and deny me the life gain that would keep me in this game. Hopefully he doesn't scum me out like that. It's the risk of playing Voltron stuff though. The guy on the right just surrendered. You didn't surrender it in speed. Gave me my triggers. I appreciate that. So for more fun stuff to play. Oh man. Reshuffle for fun artifacts. Song Grinder's good. Oh, yes. Draw a bunch of cards. We're kind of just going for style points here. He gives up. Game, set, match. That's basically how it went when I was playing with my friends. Once we get online, we are pretty hard to stop. Yeah. We were due for a win. The previous two nights, we were playing somewhat fair magic. We were trying to do broken things, but we were getting out degenerated by other people. And then now it's our turn to do degenerate things. But yeah, that's the storm aspect of the list. You just play big, massive card draw spells, and you play your deck. Just dump it all out. Ooh, I could play some 1-on-1 with Nate. I haven't played against him in a while. Later. I was going to play some CDH tomorrow with Zarel. I was working on that list. I'm not quite done with it because I'm kind of just like picking and pulling stuff as I go along. I'm calling it Insectopia from the movie Ants. It's one of my favorite. I actually like Ants more than I like A Bug's Life. There are some things I gotta change around. Like this deck wants you to run more basics because, well, you want to tutor them. You want to get a lot of sacrificial fodder from your fetch lands, since you can play them from your graveyard. And we want all the lands that sack themselves. And what's also fun is that you could turn things into scary attackers. So, like, my Arbor Elf becomes a lot scarier. Just every time I sack a non-token, I throw counters on Eagle's power onto something else, and we can make something pretty big. Even dorks become threats. I kind of like that. Um, I probably play less stuff like Damnation. Uh, More selective board wipes is probably what I want. Kind of like Toxic Deluge, because I can manipulate what dies, and I could make it one-sided. If I'm going to be making stuff really big, really fast, it seems perfect. I have to take out some of these silver bullets because I can't loot them away. Abrupt Decay has been kind of hit or miss when I was playtesting that. We want all the effects that let us play additional lands, as many as we can get. Wayward Sawtooth. I'm just occupying the time while we wait for this game to fire up. I could start now, I guess. Oh, sorry for not paying attention. Made that guy wait too long. There's also a counter sub theme, so I could run things like Hardened Scales if I wanted to. I'm definitely gonna throw in the Kami. Particularly want the one that doubles or counters or puts on. I'm having a hard time remembering its name. And all the crystals are super fun. I haven't had a chance to play any of them. If I was in a more mono or two color deck, I might play those. Ami the Whispered Hopes. This is the one I was thinking of. Is there no the? Oh, there we go. Now we're farting, firing up. Who doesn't like to fart? Farting feels great. Hey, we won the die roll. No, this is the budget version. I think it's just as good. We will see. I don't get the fun, colorless, big stuff, but we will have some options. No rocks, which is kind of meh. One too many big things, really. We won't be doing anything with that hand. Much better. Got Soul Ring, we got Unexpected Windfall. Very nice. We even got protection for our commander. This is pretty much a perfect hand. Card advantage, protection, and ramp. It's like the unholy trifecta. Now, I do think we will be painting a target on our back really early this game. What can you do? Hopefully, we find a second red source so I can play this on curve. I've been fearless. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. New Soul starts. We don't have another red source. I guess Mangara still pretty good. In my last game, I had to turn one Soul Ring and someone Vandal blasted the very next turn after me. Now the shoe's gonna be on the other foot. I'm gonna do that to him. It's funny. Hey, we got another red source. Yeah, if we can hinder someone else, we probably should be responsible about it. Only we get to be the Soul Ring player. I wonder how much this deck costs on Moto. Oh, it's pretty expensive. 249 ticks? What is that? Can't be right. Oh, this is the budgetless EDH CDH list I'm working on. Oh my god. I was like, there's no way. Uh they like it hard. $20. You could play this online for. I have a feeling I made this guy surrender already. Nope. Take it back. Still got some fight left in him. Oh, I thought this was the blow up an artifact sorceries. Just rampant. Man, I might make a coffee. I'm hankering for one. I did get up kind of early today. And I stayed up super late, streaming the night before. My kids are living alarm clocks. I don't sleep past 6 a.m. every day. I never sleep in. Damn. Everyone's got soul ring. Couldn't have known. Oh, this is an instant. Did not know that. Getting our artifact count nice and high. Next turn, I can dump my hand actually. Oh Jesus. Well, this is kind of a silver bullet to what we're doing. Anytime I activated artifact. I unfortunately have a lot of artifacts. Will rack up damage pretty quick. And it's really big, so not ideal. kind of want haste, and I kind of want the stat increase. I want to do it all. Hurt myself for 4. Hmm. Yeah, we'll hit the guy that I'm not going to block. Ooh, I drew cards. Thank you. Yeah, this facilitates us attacking each other. Now he's one more hit away from dying. When you have the better Voltron set up than the guy playing Voltron. Actually, this is like a weird Voltron. He's like a crappy Voltron. Um, my philosophy of Voltron is you go really big with one thing. This wants you to go across the board, equipping multiple things, which goes against the grain. I think he's the worst precon from the Final Fantasy decks. I think he's the worst Cloud from the Final Fantasy set. Uh, the deck's the most expensive because it has the face, but the deck overall sucks ass. I would not recommend it to anybody. Maybe that's a hot take, but that's how I truly feel about it. Just based on what I mentioned earlier. Um, it delays a strategy that doesn't need to be delayed. Crackle of Power, that's a win condition. So far, I only have 4 artifacts, so kind of want to get my artifact count a little bit higher. I'd like to cast Crackle of Power when I could kill people with it, not just do damage just to do damage. So far, I'm at 1. If I get big score down and I find more artifacts, it could be better. Hmm. Surprisingly, I guess he wants to block me. Is the reason why. I guess I keep hitting him, forcing him to trade off his pieces. He doesn't care about losing his pieces, really. It's just a bunch of dumb tokens so far. Ooh, Lord Hauler. Hell yeah. We're getting some fun stuff. This is one of my all time new favorite bulk rare cards. I play this in almost every deck that's red. Super easy to turn on, generates an obscene amount of mana, and the treasures come in untapped. Can't block it. If I get some evasion here, I might consider hitting this guy so he doesn't just see too many cards. He just efficiently stuffs me out right now. I'm more inclined forcing people to trade pieces they don't want to lose. Last one standing. Well, hopefully my commander gets selected. That has happened in the past where my commander gets picked and dodges the effect. Token survives. I'm okay with that. One mana short. Actually, I got. Hmm. I can't play my commander and equip it, so I guess we play the safe game for now. I think I give up the rip apart. As much as I'd like to keep it, I'd rather get my artifact count high and give myself options, and I don't want to get rid of my win condition. Will we find another land? I guess I could use the treasures to make up the difference. Okay. And we got a lifelink outlet. That's very nice. Man, big scores instant too. That always surprises me. These are both instants. Like how the art is literally like a commander deck box and someone pulling cards out of it. Or that's the it's a D&D reference because there are combat cards in D&D. Not everyone plays with them because it's just like extra money. It's just a nice quality of life kind of thing. You get to randomize monsters or whatever, pull from a hat. I think that's what the reference is. Now I think about it. What is this? Interesting. Play something with 4 power, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until you exile another card with this enchantment. So he gets to play the land. If he exiles another card beforehand, then he doesn't get access to the card anymore. That's pretty easy condition to play around. It's a really good card advantage card, actually. For just 3 mana. I guess it depends on the build around. You have to be playing a lot of creatures with 4 power. But that's like the magic number. I feel like lists out there that already do that. Yeah. Sorry, Fearless, I didn't notice that you agree with me. I get some dirty looks at at my local store when I explain to them why the cloud sucks. Just piss off a lot of fanboys. I played against this deck when Final Fantasy came out at least 12 times, and not counting tonight, I have never seen it win. Not once. Oh, no, what? Skip my main phase 1. I wanted to play this and equip my boots and get some combat in. Damn it. I hate it when it happens. There's like a delay. You better not skip my turn. Be really pissed. I'm already upset that I'm missing out on some blood. I guess I have no need to put those on yet. Aggravating. I have some evasion. The Warhammer. I could have killed the guy on the left if it didn't skip my main phase. Hopefully that doesn't bite me in the butt. And I get punished. God damn it. As soon as I said that, I get screwed over. It's just classic. God damn it. Kind of glad he didn't foretell this thing. Could have blew up my artifacts and really ruined my game. Well, the only one with cards in hand is the guy in the middle, and he's been struggling with his mana here. He's been bottlenecked. If he ever starts finding lands, he could make a nice comeback in this game. Mana costs 10 now. We're at a point in the game where I could cast anything already. Whatever at this point. Like the cost reduction's nice, but I don't have cards to play with it except for Crackle with power. I want to milk this out anyways. I just I like how the moment I said, I hope he doesn't punish me, and then he casts this goddamn thing. The moment it left my lips. I'd like a creature that could crew this. Maybe I overplayed my hand by playing this thing. Probably did. Could have got some card advantage from this. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. I got nothing better to do. Could at least crew my hauler here. Make a treasure, hook up here. What's this thing? It's a 5/5. Okay. I don't know if he would. I do need cards. These guys don't have artifacts. I don't think he will block over here. I think he'll just take it on the nose. Oh, he could untap it with Maze of Ith. Damn it, I'm an idiot. Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to get much out of this anyways. Like, these guys don't have artifacts. I wanted the treasures so I could move these around. The only thing I guess I denied myself and him a card advantage piece. Not that I want to be giving him cards anyways. I think he wants the cards. More commander lives. I could kill this guy. The less players that are here, the less cards he gets to see from us hitting each other. It's one way of dealing with the problem. Huh. I think he's played an aura and equipment, yeah. It's a bummer. I can soak 5 damage, and I can deal. Yeah, I could deal way more damage than he could block. The good news, though, I am beating the guy on the right in cards. It's when he starts getting ahead of me in cards, and I get a little nervous. He just has more to do now since I did everything I wanted to earlier. And this guy's mean. The fact that like I have the best board position because I'm the turn after him, so like he taps down all of our stuff, and the other players are vulnerable to attacks too. It's actually a really well designed card for like a multiplayer format. I'm impressed. I think this might be the first time I've seen someone play it. I've known it's what it does and what have you, but I've never had the pleasure of experiencing the dynamic that it creates. Oh, Perforos. All right, let's lead off with if we get it. Looking good so far. Yeah, all right. Wait. Gain some life back. We have to kill the guy on the left. I'm going to deny this guy a card. It's not really an option. Plus, it can't hurt to draw one ourselves. Platinum Angel's fun. It's free. I might just pull his Crackle of Power and now keep his board empty. So I have 8 artifacts. So you could pay up to 3. It's an additional one. 4. X equals 4. You get 4 targets. It's 5 times 4 too. Let's do it like that. Point damage to everything. That was a sweet Crackle of Power. Titus feels like the bastard stepchild of Atraxa. I just hate the hoops that you have to jump through for this. See what you got. Nope. And that is game. Just flexing here. Game. Blouses. Yeah, pretty decisive games. Sami is probably the strongest thing to come out of Edge of Eternities, and I don't say that with like personal opinion. I think it's a matter of fact. uh, I don't think anything comes close to power level as that. Um, Tomorrow we're gonna play the CDH. We're gonna try and beat my record of 11 wins in a row with Zarel, and it'll be a grand old time tomorrow. And I'll talk about the list. It's basically just like some tweaks compared to my win grace list I was running. I want to see which one's better, and I've already talked about like the things that are good and bad between the two of them. So I do have to make some significant changes because Zarel likes bodies, so I can start throwing counters on my stuff and make him pressure the board. I hope you all enjoyed. Come back and watch me tomorrow at 9 p.m. Take care now. Bye.